Have you ever wondered what the future of space travel might look like? A question we've all asked ourselves as we gaze at the night sky, awed by the vast expanse of the cosmos. The universe is a grand stage waiting for humanity to make its entrance. We stand at the precipice of a new era, one where space exploration is no longer just a dream, but a reality. The allure of the unknown has always driven us, and now, more than ever, our eyes are set on the stars. We're living in a time where the interest in space exploration is not just a fascination of a few, but a shared passion of many. From the curious child looking through a telescope for the first time to the seasoned astronaut preparing for another mission, we're all bound by the same pursuit, the same curiosity that sparks the need to explore, to learn, to discover. The advancements we've made in space exploration so far have been nothing short of remarkable. But we're not stopping there. The potential advancements that could change the way we explore the cosmos are within our grasp. From reusable rockets that could make space travel more sustainable, to antimatter engines that could propel us to the farthest corners of the universe, the possibilities are endless. We will delve into these potential advancements, exploring each one in depth, and painting a picture of what the future of space travel could look like. We'll take you on a journey through time and space, from the early days of space exploration right up to the present day and beyond. We'll examine how far we've come and where we could potentially go. But before we embark on this journey, let's take a moment to appreciate where we stand now. We're on the brink of something truly extraordinary, a new era of exploration, discovery, and understanding. The future of space travel is not just about reaching new destinations, but about expanding our knowledge, our perspective, and our place in the universe. So buckle up as we embark on a journey through time and space to discover the potential future of interstellar travel. The future awaits, and it's more exciting than we could ever imagine. To understand where we're going, we must first understand where we've been. And so, let's embark on a brief journey through the history of space travel. Our journey begins in the late 1950s, during the height of the Cold War, when the Soviet Union launched the first artificial satellite, Sputnik. This little metal sphere, no bigger than a beach ball, sent shockwaves around the world and sparked the beginning of the space age. Not long after, in 1961, the world watched in awe as Yuri Gagarin, a Soviet astronaut, became the first person to orbit the Earth. This was the era of firsts, an era of breaking boundaries and pushing the limits of what was thought possible. The United States was not far behind. The American response came in the form of the Apollo program. In 1969, the entire world held its breath as Neil Armstrong stepped onto the lunar surface, declaring, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." With those words, the moon was no longer a distant celestial body, but a place where humans had set foot. In the decades that followed, space exploration continued to evolve. We saw the introduction of space shuttles, the construction of the International Space Station, and the deployment of countless satellites that now orbit our Earth. In the last couple of decades, a new player has entered the scene: private companies. The most notable among them is SpaceX, founded by entrepreneur Elon Musk. SpaceX has revolutionized the field with the development of reusable rockets, reducing the cost of space travel and making the dream of reaching the stars a little more attainable. From the launch of the first satellite to the development of reusable rockets, each step in our journey through the cosmos has been a testament to human ingenuity and determination. Each milestone has brought us closer to understanding the universe and our place within it. And that brings us to today, standing on the precipice of a new era in space exploration. Imagine if every time you drove your car, you had to throw it away afterwards. Sounds wasteful, right? And yet for the longest time, that was the standard practice in space travel. Every rocket once used was discarded, left to burn up in the Earth's atmosphere or drift eternally in the void of space. This was not only costly, but also unsustainable. But then came the dawn of reusable rockets, a game changer in space exploration. The idea of reusable rockets isn't as new as you might think. Engineers and scientists have been flirting with this concept since the early days of the space race. But it wasn't until the 21st century that we saw this dream turn into reality. Thanks to the relentless efforts of companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin, Reusable rockets are no longer a pipe dream, but an integral part of our space travel endeavors. So why are reusable rockets so important? Well, the answer lies in the economics of space travel. Building a rocket isn't cheap. The cost of manufacturing a spacecraft can run into the hundreds of millions of dollars. If we could reuse rockets just like we do cars or planes, we could significantly cut down the cost of space travel. This cost reduction could make space more accessible, not only for scientific missions, but also for commercial and potentially even personal travel. But it's not just about the money. Reusability also means sustainability. Instead of letting used rockets become space junk, we can bring them back, refurbish them, and send them off again. This minimizes waste and reduces the impact of space travel on our planet. We are still in the early days of this revolution. The technology is continually evolving, and each successful landing of a reusable rocket brings us one step closer to a future where space travel is not an extraordinary event, but a routine part of human life. With the advent of reusable rockets, we're closer than ever to a future where space travel becomes routine. Antimatter. It sounds like something straight out of a science fiction novel, doesn't it? But what if I told you that it could not only be very real, but also the key to our future in space exploration? In the simplest of terms, antimatter is the mirror image of matter. When matter and antimatter collide, they annihilate each other, releasing energy in the process. Now, consider this. A single gram of antimatter contains the energy equivalent to an astonishing 25 million kilograms of rocket fuel. Yes, you heard it right. This is the potential of antimatter engines. Imagine a spacecraft powered by such an engine. It could travel at a good fraction of the speed of light, making even the farthest reaches of our galaxy accessible within a human lifetime. It's like stepping out of the pages of a science fiction novel and into a world of infinite possibilities. But of course, it's not all sunshine and starlight. There are significant challenges to harnessing the power of antimatter. First and foremost, producing antimatter in any significant quantity is currently beyond our reach. It takes a tremendous amount of energy to create even the tiniest amount of antimatter. Then there's the not-so-small matter of storage. Antimatter reacts violently with any form of matter, meaning we can't just bottle it up and store it in a cupboard. We need to devise a way to contain antimatter without it coming into contact with anything else. Lastly, the sheer power of an antimatter reaction presents a safety concern. The energy release from an antimatter-matter collision is immense. Any mishap could result in catastrophic consequences. Despite these hurdles, the prospect of antimatter engines is too tantalizing to ignore. It's a challenge that scientists and engineers around the world are determined to meet. If we can overcome these challenges, antimatter engines could revolutionize space travel, making interstellar journeys a reality. So where do we go from here? As we stand on the precipice of a new era in space travel, the possibilities seem as infinite as the universe itself. The advancement of technology has opened up a world of potential, and we're only just beginning to scratch the surface. One of the most exciting prospects is the colonization of other planets. Imagine, if you will, a future where humans are not just confined to Earth, but are living and thriving on Mars, or even further afield. We're already making progress in this direction, with plans for manned missions to Mars in the works. Of course, there are still numerous challenges to overcome, such as figuring out how to sustain human life in such harsh environments. But that's all part of the journey, isn't it? Then there's the search for extraterrestrial life. We've been gazing at the stars and wondering if we're alone in the universe for centuries. With the development of more advanced telescopes and satellite technology, we're able to explore further and deeper into the cosmos than ever before. Who knows what we might find? But to realize these dreams, we must continue to invest in research and development in the field of space travel. It's through this relentless pursuit of knowledge and innovation that we'll be able to push the boundaries of what's possible. We're not just talking about technological advancements here, but also about the development of new ways of thinking and problem solving. And let's not forget about the potential for space tourism. The idea of holidaying in space might seem like science fiction, but companies like SpaceX are already working on making it a reality. Just imagine being able to see the Earth from space or to experience the weightlessness of zero gravity. It's an exciting prospect, isn't it? The future of space travel is full of possibilities, As we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, who knows what amazing discoveries await us in the cosmos?